Hey, it's Sam here, and I wanted to talk to you today about why I think it's so important that we start to slow down. As some of you may know, I've just created this program called the Daily Dose of Slow Tools to Optimize Your Day. And this is a program where I teach yoga, meditation, breathing practices in small little chunks, little micro tools that you can fit into your day. And so I think we all living busy lives, and we have many things on our plate, but at the same time, we really need to start to slow down. We need to find time daily to fit times to go slow, take time out. And so that's why I love this program, because this is what I found very helpful, especially in the first years of my son's life when I didn't have a lot of extra time and I was mainly with him, but I needed to go slow. I was running on my adrenals. And that's one of the first reasons I want to talk about today, about why I think it's imperative we start to slow down. So when we're going at such a fast speed, we're constantly busy, constantly on the go, constantly doing, we are going to find that we're operating in our sympathetic nervous system. Whereas we want to be operating more in the parasympathetic nervous system. That's kind of more that calm, rest and digest system. But when we're in the sympathetic nervous system, that is when we're secreting lots of adrenaline. We're in this fight or flight mode. And for us, we're not really in danger. If we're in the jungle and there was a predator coming after us, then yes, we want to be, that sympathetic nervous system to be going, that adrenaline to be pumping to get out of danger. But what's happening is that we're having stressful situations, but we're staying in that fight or flight mode, and we're not coming down. And when this is happening for extended periods of time, for years really, it has an impact on our health and our well-being. You'll find that you're chronically tired, you need stimulants to get you going for the day, your digestion is not working as well, your moods are affected. I remember that just feeling grumpy for no reason when my adrenals were out. And then also because you don't have that energy, your hormones are probably off balance as well, then you also might start to feel that little bit of down feeling, that depressed feeling. So just for the pure fact of working with our system and our moods, then this is having a massive impact, this fast-paced life that we're living. So taking time out regularly, because we can't go slow all the time. Like, we can't just stay in that rest mode. Like, we have things we have to do. We have jobs, we have kids, we have households, we have things that we need to take care of. So there is going to be times of doing, and that's just a part of life. Like, we can't be in a meditation or on holiday all the time. There's life. But what we can do is take periods of rest regularly, periods of time out, periods of time that we can get into the parasympathetic nervous system. So that can be, doing your yoga, meditation, breathing practices. The breath is like an excellent tool that we can use to come out of that sympathetic nervous system. And you can use the breath regularly. Like, even when you're driving in the car, sometimes when I know I'm in a rush, I have to get in the car, I have to get Noah somewhere, I have to get myself somewhere, and I feel that nervous system, that energy going, I just start to breathe in the car, taking long, deep breaths. And that's really, the breath is with us at all times. So when we start to feel that activated nervous system, remembering the breath, just some deep inhales and exhales can really help. And this is going to sound kind of crazy, but taking time to do nothing, just sitting at the beach, sitting in the park, and just doing nothing, not with anyone else, or we're still stimulated by a person, or even when I find myself at home sometimes and I'm sitting on the couch and it's my time to just relax, but the first thing I feel myself grabbing for is my phone to check something. And that's really not really resting. You're still being stimulated by an external force, like the phone, the television, even reading a book. So these can be relaxing things and are nice things to do to kind of switch off. But you're not completely switching off. You're still being active, mentally stimulated. So taking time to just do nothing. But a lot of times we don't want to take time to do nothing, because then what happens, we're sitting here doing nothing, and then what happens is our mind starts to get going. Thoughts start to come, maybe sensations, feelings that we don't really want to feel, and we want to push that back down. But again, this can also be causing, when we're not addressing negative thought patterns, we're not addressing our stress or difficult emotions that are coming up, sadness, anger. These are all getting pushed down, and this is also again causing us to stress and anxiety. So these are things that we actually need to work on, where we're constantly distracting ourselves away from things that are happening within us. So when we start to slow down and take the time out, then we can start to explore ourselves, connect with ourselves. Because if we're not connecting with ourselves, then we're actually really not fully living. We a lot of times will find ourselves on autopilot, get to the end of the day, and we like, whoa, what did I do today? Or how did I get from A to B? And then those thoughts, those feelings, those negative thought patterns, they're actually controlling us. They're causing the fear, the stress, and the anxiety. So again, slowing down, and it can be difficult. It can be difficult to sit down for that meditation. It can be difficult to sit and just do nothing, be at rest, because we've trained ourselves that pattern to keep moving, to keep going. But it's vital that we do that, because when we start to address and understand and connect with ourselves, understand that thought patterns, thoughts, feelings, emotions, they're in constant flux. If we have negative thought patterns, a lot of times, like when I started my meditation practice, I was hearing a lot of self-doubt, of like really talking horribly to myself. And then I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, wow. I didn't even know that I was feeling so bad about myself until I started to slow down. And then I started to realize, in doing more of my practices, that you know what, your thoughts are not always your reality. And so it is a process, and it is challenging at first to sit down and do this, to kind of come face to face with those things that we've been kind of like pushing away. But when you start to do it, and you do it more, and you practice more, it starts to ease. You feel more at peace. You feel better about yourself. You love yourself more, because that's what you are. You're a beautiful, amazing being, full of love and light. And that reality, that thought pattern of that I'm horrible, I'm not good enough, I'm dumb, I hate myself. I mean, those are all things that have come into my mind. It's not the truth. It's not who you really are. And then you can catch yourself. I still have it come up. A negative thought pattern comes up, and I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? And then I realize, I'll go, oh, that's not it. Okay, I hear you. That's not you. That's not me. And I'm going to let that go. And it becomes easier to manage those things, because we're human. It's a part of life. Stressful things will happen. You're going to have many things happen in your life. But when we start to slow down, we're better able to handle the ups and downs that life gives us, and to explore ourselves more and get to know ourselves and our truth. So I could talk a lot more about this, but I just wanted to give you a general thing about, just talk about slowing down, why I feel it's important, and why I created my program, Daily Dose of Slow. So if you have more questions, please let me know. If you want to know more about the Daily Dose of Slow masterclass, check the link in the bio, or check the link down in the message. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I look forward to share with you more. I wish you all the best. Take care.